hurt you. You called us.
Okay,
please. So what'd you hear?
Somebody outside my house, y'all. Please,
Is this your car over here?
Please, God, please, God. Please.
Is this your car over here? Oh.
1 second.
Check on her.
Let me look at this.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
Right. Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Better I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot! Drop the pot! Drop the fucking pot!
19 shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
On a quiet summer night in Springfield, Illinois, Sonya Massey, a 36-year-old mother of 2 and devoted Christian, called for help. She was alone, afraid, and reaching out for protection. But instead of safety, she was met with violence. Just minutes after her call, 3 gunshots rang out in her kitchen. 1 bullet struck beneath her left eye. The person who pulled the trigger wasn't an intruder. It was the deputy sent to protect her. Her story raises painful questions about justice, mental health, and the terrifying consequences of misplaced trust. This is the dark truth. We don't just tell stories. We expose the darkness hiding behind badges, the injustice cloaked in authority, and the voices silenced by violence. Sonya Massie was more than a hashtag. She was a superhero to her children, Malachi and Summer. Born on February 12, 1988, Sonya was a devoted member of 2 Timothy Baptist Church in Springfield. Those who knew her described her as warm, compassionate, and deeply spiritual. "I love you, Uncle," she texted her Uncle Raymond just hours before her death, a simple message that now carries unbearable weight. But beneath the love and devotion, Sonya was battling an invisible enemy, paranoid schizophrenia. Her family watched helplessly as she struggled with mental health crises, checking herself into a 30-day inpatient program in St. Louis just days before her death, only to return home 2 days later without explanation. In the final week of her life, Sonya or her family called 911 multiple times. On July 5th, just 1 day before the shooting, her mother, Donna Massey, made a desperate call that would haunt her forever. "She's having a mental breakdown," Donna told the dispatcher, her voice trembling with fear. "She's not a danger to herself, not a danger to me. Please don't send combative policemen that are prejudiced. I'm scared of the police. I don't want you guys to hurt her. Please," the dispatcher reassured her. Help was on the way. 16 hours later, that help would kill her daughter. It was approximately 12:50 a.m. when Sonya Massey dialed 911, reporting a suspected prowler outside her Springfield home. She was frightened, alone, and seeking the protection she believed law enforcement would provide. 2 Sangamon County Sheriff's deputies responded, Dawson Farley and Sean Grayson. Body camera footage, now seared into the minds of millions, shows the deputies searching the property, finding nothing suspicious. They knocked on Sonya's door to inform her everything was clear. When she opened the door, her first words were chilling. "Please, don't hurt me." Grayson responded calmly. "I don't want to hurt you. You called us."
Nobody is out here, and I need to go here. Please don't hurt me, y'all.
Why would we hurt you? You called us.
Okay,
Please. So what'd you hear?
Somebody keeps outside my house, y'all. Please.
Is this your car over here?
Please, God, please, God, please.
The deputies entered her home to complete a report. Sonya appeared disoriented, struggling to answer basic questions, classic signs of her mental health condition. When asked if she was okay, she said, "Yes, I took my medicine." Then Grayson noticed a pot of boiling water on the stove. What happened next would become one of the most controversial and analyzed moments in recent true crime history. Sonya moved to the stove and she picked up the pot with both hands. Grayson backed away, laughing at his reaction, and said, seemingly without malice or threat, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus."
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in the name of
You better out. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot! Drop the pot!
To her, it was a phrase of spiritual protection. To Grayson, it was a declaration of war. Massie dropped down behind the kitchen counter, apologizing frantically, covering her face with a red oven mitt. "I'm sorry," she cried. But the deputies advanced. Both had their guns drawn. They screamed at her, "Drop the pot!" And then, 3 shots rang out. Sonya Massie collapsed. Blood pooled beneath her head. Farley, Grayson's partner, immediately moved to help.
I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, headshot, dude. She's done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
"I'll get the medical kit," he said, his voice shaking. Grayson's response was cold, detached. "She's done. You can get it. But that's a headshot." At 1:21 a.m., Sonya Massie was pronounced dead at St. John's Hospital in Springfield. The bullet had entered just below her left eye, severed her left carotid artery, and exited her neck. She bled to death, slowly, painfully, while the man who shot her stood by, refusing to render aid. Sean Patrick Grayson was 30 years old when he killed Sonya Massie. But this wasn't his first brush with misconduct, not even close. Between 2020 and 2024, Grayson worked for 6 different police departments in Illinois, a red flag so glaring it should have disqualified him from ever wearing a badge again. When the body camera footage was released on July 22, 2024, 16 days after the shooting, the reaction was immediate and explosive. Protests erupted across the country. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who represents Massie's family, called it an unnecessary, excessive use of force, completely unnecessary, certainly not justified. President Joe Biden issued a statement. Sonya Massie should be alive today. Vice President Kamala Harris echoed the sentiment. She called the police for help, and she was killed in her own home by the officer sent to protect and serve. On July 17, 2024, a grand jury indicted Grayson on 3 counts of first-degree murder. He was immediately fired from the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Jack Campbell made a public statement. "It is clear the deputy did not act as trained or in accordance with our standards. Sonya Massie called for help, and we failed." In February 2025, Sangamon County reached a $10 million settlement with Massie's family, the largest civil rights settlement in the county's history. But money couldn't bring Sonya back. It couldn't erase the trauma her children endured. It couldn't silence the screams on that body camera footage. In August 2025, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker signed the Sonya Massey Bill into law, a landmark piece of legislation requiring law enforcement agencies to conduct thorough background checks and disclose all personnel records when hiring officers. If this law had existed before Grayson was hired, Sonya Massie would be alive today. On October 20th, 2025, Sean Grayson's murder trial began in Peoria, Illinois. The trial was moved from Springfield due to overwhelming pre-trial publicity. Sonya's mother, Donna Massie, fled the courtroom in tears. Expert witnesses testified that Grayson violated every principle of crisis intervention training. He escalated the situation. He closed the distance between himself and Massie, eliminating time and space to de-escalate. He pointed his weapon at an unarmed woman exhibiting no threatening behavior. A forensic pathologist revealed that Sonya could have survived if medical aid had been rendered immediately. Instead, Grayson refused to help, dismissing her as done. As of late October 2025, the trial continues. The jury has not yet reached a verdict. But the world is watching. How many warnings were ignored before Sean Grayson killed Sonya Massie? How many departments looked the other way? How many red flags were buried in personnel files, hidden from public view? And most haunting of all, how many more Sonya Massies are out there, one phone call away from a tragedy that should never happen? Sonya Massie's story is not just about one woman, one deputy, one fatal night. It's about a system that failed at every level. It's about the deadly intersection of mental illness and police violence. It's about a mother who called for help and was met with a bullet. Her children, Malachi and Summer, have shown incredible strength. They've stayed in school, kept their jobs, and held each other close. But no amount of resilience can fill the void left by their mother's absence. This case forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about who we trust to protect us, and what happens when that trust is shattered. The road where Sonya Massie died is quiet now, but the echoes of that night reverberate across the nation. Her name has become a rallying cry for justice, for reform, for accountability. If this story moved you, if it angered you, if it made you demand change, then subscribe to The Dark Truth. Hit the notification bell. Share this video. Let the world know that Sonya Massie's life mattered. Because the only thing worse than injustice is silence. Rest in peace, Sonya Massie. Your name will never be forgotten.